Alright, what is going on guys? Welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today we're back with another Detective Pikachu Returns episode. So let's get right into it. Right here. So last time we started... last time we started the game. And it was very exciting, so let's continue on. We're still searching for our dad. This one is... Let's play it longer, so I suppose. Let's go this one. So that's the prologue. I think we might still be in the prologue. Yeah. So we are in our dad's apartment, or mom and sister are here, which is interesting because they were in the first game. So it'll be interesting to see how they contribute to the story. But again, the first game was more about R, and this game will probably be more about finding our dad. So that'll be interesting. I check the TV. Well, I want to check around here first.
Hey.
Oh, these are our old case notes. Yep, it's all the stuff you told me to keep a record of. Not bad, Tim. There's a lot of you can learn from past cases, you know. Show me what you've got there. Oh, the R case, eh? That takes me back. And it was the first case you partnered up on. Sure was. If you want to know all about the R case, because if you haven't seen the first game, the playlist is in the description below. Yeah, R was a chemical that made Pokemon go berserk. It was created from Mewtwo cells. When a Pokemon was given R, its eyes would glow red and it would become enraged and violent. It was horrible. Even now, I still can't believe they used innocent Pokemon to cause all those incidents. Same, there was one tough nut to crack, but we managed to catch the culprit in the end. As for Mewtwo's cells and the remaining vials of R, we confiscated all that stuff and when we brought the culprit to justice. Speaking of which, in the final confrontation with that guy, you managed to use one of your moves. You usually can't use any of your moves. How were you able to pull it off? Beats me, I'm just as baffled as you are, kid. After Harry went missing, I lost all my memories for some reason. But also, when I realized I couldn't use any moves. Maybe the pressure of that intense situation is how you were able to use that move. Could be, it's a possibility at least. After I used that move, I just blacked out. I was really worried about you. Okay, what's over there? These are the medals we received. They're proof of all the good we've done with our great detective work. Let's keep it up, Tim. So are you working for Baker now? Or are we still just doing our own thing? This is your first time around city, right, Sophia? Uh-huh, it's so busy and fun, I'm glad I came. That Corviknight surprised me though. I'm glad you and Mom are okay. Hey Mom. Irene. I'm glad you're safe and doing well, Tim, but you hardly ever call. I know no news is supposed to be good news, but you take that a bit too far. Sorry, Mom. By Rhyme City, I had meals. By Rhyme City.
Well...
I haven't been to Rhyme City in quite some time now. Not since I last saw your father. Gosh, I guess it's been about 2 years then. Okay.
Speaking of which...
Tim, are you getting enough to eat? Yeah, stopping by the Hi-Hat Cafe for breakfast is part of my daily routine. The Hi-Hat Cafe? It's Pikachu's favorite spot. It's so close now that we've moved. I've been going there pretty much every morning. Oh, we moved, so there's not our dad's apartment. But it looks so much like our dad's apartment. It's our dad's apartment. But we moved in here anyway. Maybe I should make some dinner for you tomorrow night, then it's been a while. You miss my cooking, don't you? Of course, thanks Mom, I'm looking forward to it. Alrighty. Anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, TV. Hello. Oh. Hey, it's Amelia. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this breaking news. Oh, what's going on?
According to amateur footage we've received from a viewer, Pokemon appear to have caused an explosion.
Oh.
This explosion occurred in the mountain range northeast of Rhyme City. This may be related to the recent uptick in incidents involving Pokemon. Rhyme City Police and the newly established Pokemon Protection Bureau are investigating. Amelia Christie signing off.
Bye, Amelia.
Hey, Tim. Did you
That was
catch
Mewtwo. With Beedrill following him.
Incident doesn't have anything to do with Dad.
Same here.
Mewtwo told me 2 years ago. Dad's alive, and we'll be able to find him as long as we don't give up.
Okay.
Yeah. Mewtwo is still our only connection to finding Harry.
Well, Mewtwo was on
Whispering
footage,
to
so...
Pikachu, are you? You're just like your father, talking to Pokemon like that.
Yeah, sure, that's what it is.
Really?
Could Harry also talk with Pikachu?
It's been
not.
2 years since the R incident. Since then, we've solved all kinds of cases.
Good to know.
The mayor even gave us an award for it. I can still talk to Pikachu and understand him.
Okay.
If the two of us keep solving cases together, I'm sure we'll find my dad someday.
Like, what are you gonna say? But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna assume we find the dad, which is Pikachu, most likely. Fused with Pikachu. This game, I suppose. I know there's gonna be a third game, but because then it could the day after the award ceremony. Okay, then it could stall it out, but. So far, it is heavily focused on find dad, which of course the first game was as well before we found R, so maybe we'll find another case. Like R. Rides the wind from town to town.
Whoa, that's a lot of Whimsicott.
Sure is. They ride through on seasonal winds every year.
I hear they can be real pranksters.
If
So
they
watch
get
out.
in a house they like, they scatter cotton everywhere.
Ah,
Sounds like a pain to clean up.
yeah.
Yep.
Look at them be so happy.
The sweet smell of coffee
Hey.
is calling my name.
It's the perfect Pikachu bait.
Tim!
Hey. Oh, holiday. What's up, buddy? You good?
Inspector Holiday, did you finally find my dad?
I don't think he did.
Sorry. No. I'm here on a different case.
Uh-oh.
We've received reports of a jewel theft. Could you lend me a hand with this one?
Jewel theft, okay.
Of course.
The incident occurred at the dentist residence, the mansion down the street.
Oh,
Sorry,
mansion?
but Brad is waiting for me.
Oh no,
I'll
not
go
that
ahead and
guy.
meet up with you there.
Not Brad.
So much for my coffee.
No one likes Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go, Pikachu. Wait a second, Tim. What for? There's no need to rush. You've got to be calm and unhurried if you want to do your best investigating. Yeah, I guess that's true. Pikachu is a real talkative Pokemon. If you see this Pikachu icon in the lower left corner of the screen, you can press the right button, chat with him. Sometimes Pikachu will try to get your attention and the Pikachu icon will bounce to let you know he wants to talk to you. If you see the icon bouncing, press the right button. Okay.
Tim.
Yes.
Look, I know we need to hurry. But would it really hurt if we relaxed a bit?
Probably
For
yes.
instance... Oh, here's a good idea. You could listen to some sage advice from a great detective like me.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, but Holiday's waiting. We better go join him. Okay. So many people. Indeedee really helps loose up the knots and shoulders. Indeedee. Hello? Oh no, Hariyama facing off against Poliwrath again. Why does he act out like this? He's usually so gentle. Is something wrong? My partner Hariyama loves showing off his strength, especially when he can test it against someone else's. And since Poliwrath is also proud of his muscles, Hariyama considers it his rival. Once they start going at it, it's hard to stop them. Yeah, I guess we'd better avoid that alley for now. Now we're going in. Raph, Harya. Poliwrath and Hariyama, they're squaring off. You better cut the tension with a knife. You cut the tension with a knife. It looks like a fight could break out any moment. We should probably avoid this alley so it doesn't set them up. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Slowpoke. Merectus, hello. Great job, Merectus. Your dancing is so cute. From the top. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mareka. No, someone up. It's just like one conversation from both of them, okay. What's over here?
Whoa!
Hey, Tim, that's not the way to this crime scene. Okay. Just exploring around. Hello. These menu items use all sorts of different berries. With so many choices, they could cater to any Pokemon's taste. How about a little snack for you and your partner? Well, I guess Pikachu's not hungry. And Holiday.
Tim!
I appreciate you coming on such short notice, Tim. This way the crime took place at Dennis' residence up ahead. Okay. Over here. Or no. There we go. Exterior as well. So we might go to the interior later. Here we are. That's a big mention. There's Brad, our favorite character.
If it isn't the great detectives.
Hello, Brad. Brad McMaster. Was he a lieutenant before? Or did he get promoted? I'm not sure. It's been a while, Brad. I see you're on the case too. I suppose it means you are as well. You're You private detectives do love sticking your noses into every little thing. If Mr. Dennis, I think it's Denis maybe, but I know. Mr. Dennis hadn't requested you personally, I'd be asking you to leave right now. Yep, he's still a jerk. Think he's still holding a grudge from the time we showed him up? My neck. He says no funny business. Sheesh, no wonder you two are partners. That's enough, Brad. We are going to be conducting this investigation together. This is the scene of the crime, right? Yes, this mansion belongs to Sanjeev Denis. I think it's Denis, but no. It's Sanjeev Denis, jeweler. Okay. A big house. Lots to explore. Mr. Denis is one of the wealthiest men in Rhyme City. Under normal circumstances, a civilian like yourself would never have the opportunity to meet him. Make sure you don't do anything to offend him. Oh, and don't get in the way of our investigation either. He's just got to get a dig in somewhere, doesn't he? Okay, Tim, come inside. Alright. Here we go. The missing jewel, MJ. Interesting. Ho-Oh. Interesting. Didn't know about Ho-Oh here. Is that him? And Luke, yeah, okay. That's Mr. Denis. Alright, Tim, Mr. Denis is waiting for you in the room to the right. Thanks, Inspector Holiday. So that's interesting, because he had a growl. Can you see it? You can kind of see it out there. He had a growl if you saw it before.
Whoa!
Where are you going? There's no reason to head back to the city right now. You're right, let's keep investigation. But he has a Growlithe, and in the trailer we see Pikachu riding a Growlithe to like investigate something, so we might be able to do that in here. This is interesting. I have a couple of questions to ask. Got a moment? Minek. Don't want to waste time chatting while you're on duty, huh? Awfully stubborn, aren't you? You're even harder to talk to than Brad Manectric. Oh, that's not Brad Manectric. Okay, fair enough. Lieutenant McMaster is currently interviewing Mr. Barnes in this room.
Excuse me?
I guess it would be too much to ask for us to join in, right? I'm afraid we can't allow even the great detective Tim to do that. Police protocol, you understand. The great detective Tim. I quite like that name. Anyway, holiday aspects. Parts to the right, Mr. Denis waiting. We appreciate the help, Tim. Okay. Hello, good sir. How are you doing?
Oh, Tim, I've been waiting for you.
Hello. Sanjeev Denis. Growlithe, guard at the Denis residence. Oh, you think you failed in guarding. Poor dog. My name is Sanjeev Denis. I'm a jeweler, and this is my partner Growlithe. Growl. I'm Detective Tim Goodman, and this is my partner Pikachu. Sorry to jump right into it, but could you please tell us what you want to know about the incident? By the crime that took place, a precious jewel was stolen while I was out of the house. It's called the Aurora Drop, and it's a very rare jewel indeed. The Aurora Drop. What a mysterious name, magical even. Sorry. A thief injured one of my staff members and made off with the jewel. Okay. Thankfully, my staff member's injuries were minor, and yet, is something sticking out to you as odd? Well, the police are treating my trusted butler as the prime suspect. They think the butler did it. Could you tell me a bit more about the stolen jewel? It looks like this. Okay. Most gemstones must first be cut and polished into beautiful jewels. But the Aurora Drop is said to have naturally formed into its shape. The way it shines looks a bit like an aurora. Yes, that's precisely how it got its name. The Aurora Drop has been the subject of many a tale, but it was thought to be nothing more than fiction. Even among us jewelers, for the longest times we called it the Jewel of Legend. Well, he wasn't kidding when he called it precious, because it's no surprise that someone wanted to steal it. It definitely sounds valuable. Where are you displaying it? I kept it securely locked within a special reinforced case inside my jewel storage room. There are locks on both the storage room door and the reinforced case. And yet, despite all that security, it still got stolen. By your trusted butler. You mentioned that the police already have a suspect? Yes, they believe that the thief is my own trusted butler, Barnes. Why do they think that? Because Barnes and I are the only people who can access the key to the storage room. What's keeping someone else from getting to it? The key is always kept around Growlithe's neck. If anyone but Barnes or myself attempted to take it from her, Growlithe would start barking. My Growlithe is a very loyal Pokemon. She would never allow the key to be taken by a stranger. I don't see a key around Growlithe's neck right now. The police think Barnes took it. That would certainly make sense, assuming Barnes really is the culprit. Mr. Denis, if possible, I'd like to talk with Barnes. He's currently being questioned by the police. but you don't believe Barnes is a thief, is that correct? I've known Barnes since we were young. He's worked in this home for years and has always served us well. I'm certain that he'd never steal from me. I mean, it's always the butler, you know, it's always the butler, but in this case, I don't think it's the butler. Since he's like the prime suspect already, I feel like they're not gonna make it him. Denise is a suspect, but we need to know more people in that mansion who are there to do it. Also, Growlithe should know who the suspect is since his key got stolen, unless he was sleeping on the job. But guess we'll have to talk with Growlithe first. I couldn't possibly imagine him murdering anyone. So you're saying Barnes didn't do it and the real culprit is still at large. That's right, someone else must have stolen the jewel. Please help me prove that Barnes is innocent. Oh, so that's why he called us here, to clear his butler's name. We'll talk to Barnes later. So finding the Aurora drop and clearing Barnes of suspicion. Those are the two things you called us here to do. Could you please? You're the only ones I can count on. Our job is to investigate the case and reveal the truth. We won't know if Barnes is truly innocent until we look into this more. Yeah, the police must have at least some reason to suspect him. But we'll do what we can. If that's acceptable to you, we'll take the case. That's more than acceptable. Thank you, Tim. Great, in that case, may I start investigating the scene of the crime? Of course, the jewel storage room is just upstairs, and no, you won't let me down. Wait a second, Tim. There's something I want to try starting with this case. Something you want to try? Yeah, in a case notebook. The writers of Detective Journal swear by it. Detective Journal? That's the magazine you're always reading, right? Yeah, that's the one. They researched the most efficient way for detectives to organize their case notes. The solution they came up with was a case notebook. Sounds intriguing. How does it work? I'm getting to that. First, open your notebook. Yeah. How was the jewel stolen? First, let's start in the notebook any burning questions that arise while we're investigating. We'll summarize the testimony and evidence that we've gathered during our investigation on the page below. The Aurora drop in Mr. Denise prize jewel, someone has stolen it. After we've collected enough testimonies and evidence, the begin deducing option will appear. When you select this, we can start deducing the answer to our questions. We don't have enough testimonies or evidence right now, but once we do, we'll be able to start deducing. Okay. I guess actually using the notebook is the best approach. So Tim, what do we have to do right now? We have to collect testimonies and evidence to figure out how the jewel was stolen. To do that, we first have to investigate the scene of the crime. That's right, let's go check out the jewel storage room. Okay, but can I talk to Growlithe? Because I kind of want to talk to Growlithe. Growl. It's Denise's partner, Growlithe. She sure doesn't look happy. Growl. Apparently she feels responsible, no wonder she's so down. Maybe we should leave her alone for a while. Okay, so the one that's talking to Growlithe, well, she would know who took the key. But sure. Because that would be too easy. Hello. This room is currently being searched by the police. Okay.
Whoa!
Maybe investigating a crime, but we should still respect the residents' privacy. Shouldn't go barging into rooms that have nothing to do with the case, Tim. True, we need to focus on the jewel storage room. So that on the other side, I suppose. Seems to like it. Feathers. So in the first case in Detective Pikachu, on the 3DS, the first one, we have feathers at the tree and we need to figure out what bird Pokemon did it. Now again, in the first case, we have feathers. That's pretty fun. What's all this? Pokemon's feathers. Sure looks like it. They're scattered all over the floor and the windows open. Maybe a Pokemon got in or out through here. Do you think it has anything to do with this case? Look at this. One of these feathers is darker than the others. You're right, the other 6 are a lighter shade of blue. Something about that is nagging at me. Okay. This is the jewel storage room, the scene of the crime. Okay. The jewel storage room has been left exactly as it was at the time of the incident. Inspector Holidays already filled me in. Please go right ahead. Thank you. Alright, let's investigate the crime scene. I see a lot of cotton, which we just learned. Whimsicott leaves a lot of cotton when it's in a room. So, if someone has a Whimsicott as a partner, they're suspicious. What is it, Pikachu? I checked out the door, but there are no signs of forced entry. You can be fairly certain that the thief used the key to get in. According to Denis, this room's where the Aurora drop used to be. Let's take a closer look. Alrighty. What a beautiful jewel. It's so clear and sparkly, absolutely brilliant. Okay. A green jewel. That fresh green color reminds me of the forest, just looking at it is calming. It's a red jewel, what a vibrant red, like boiling hot lava. It's almost too bright to look at. This one's a blue jewel. It's a deep blue like the ocean, has a kind of magical feeling to it. We can investigate here that there's feathers in this cotton, so I have to accept that there's also some more here, but I can investigate that one, okay. And the main thing, this area looks more disturbed than the other. Than the rest, let's start investigating, we might find a clue. Alright, don't let any details slip past you, Tim.
Let me see.
Let's see, where should we look first? That's where we examine the cotton. The feather. There's a blue feather. Do you think the Pokemon it belonged to was in this room? Maybe it's from a Pokemon that lives in a mansion. Let's look into it later. Not the cotton itself, okay. Maybe if we go over here. There's some cotton on the ground. It looks really fluffy and soft. Okay. What a bunch of cotton doing in here? Sure. The glass. That looks like part of the jewel case. Based on the shape, do you think the top half of the case was cut off? Yeah, it looks that way. It's really clean cut. Slicing it must... sorry. Can I look at it again? No. Slicing it must have been hard. It's probably something like along the lines that he said. Examine. The base of the jewel case is firmly fixed to the floor. Yeah, moving the base doesn't even look like possible. And right here. Examine. This is the only case that's damaged. Must be where they kept the Aurora drop. The edge looks like it was sliced clean with a blade. What kind of blade could slice this cleanly though such a sturdy jewel case? A Pokemon, clearly. The jewel case is still locked. Okay. Good to know. Like Denise said, the jewel in this case was stored under the lock and key. And the key to the case is a different key than the one to the jewel storage room door. I wonder who is the key then.
Right.
We've covered everything I was wondering about. Any other spots you want to check? Doesn't seem like it. Nope. I'm good.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. Begin deducing. You've probably figured out how the culprit stole the jewel by now. Hey. Alright, so I begin deducing in case notebook. Begin deducing.
Okay.
We have a few plausible theories, which do you think is right? The culprit unlocked the case and stole the jewel. The culprit may have used the key. We don't know, it's on that. The culprit hasn't actually stolen the jewel yet. The culprit may not have taken the Aurora drop out of the jewel storage room. Instead, they may have hidden it among the cotton, fully scared. I mean, that could be the case. We don't know that. But the culprit cut open the case and stole the jewel.
Okay.
Technically, both could be true. He could have cut open the case and hit the jewel in the cotton. Would be stupid, but also smart, maybe. Anyway, from what we've seen of the crime scene, we can tell that the jewel case was sliced open. After that, the Aurora drop was removed from the case and taken away. Right, and we saw that the jewel case was still locked, which supports that claim. We still need to investigate more to determine how the case was sliced open, but at least now we know how the thief got their hands on the Aurora drop. Yeah, we've made our first step forward. Look at us go. Culprit has cut open the case and taken the jewel.
Okay.
You understand how to use the case notebook now? Yep, once I've got some evidence, I'll start deducing. Feel free to start deducing whenever you feel like it. Alright, after investigating the scene, we now know how the crime was carried out. We can be certain that the culprit sliced open the case and took the jewel from inside. But there's just one thing that's strange. Oh yeah? Yeah, think Tim, what's strange about the way the crime was committed? The door was locked, storage room was locked, the jewel was stored in this room, the glass was cut but the door wasn't. That is kind of strange, yeah, you could cut the door, I suppose. The storage room door was not locked, not that we know. The jewel stored in this room, I guess this one.
Oh.
The door to the storage room was opened with a key. The jewel case was still locked when it was sliced apart. That's right, so that means the thief only had one of the keys, the one to the storage room. They didn't have the key to the jewel case. According to Mr. Denis, only he and Barnes can access the jewel storage room. I understand why the police suspect Barnes, but I'm not so sure. Obviously, it would be best if we could talk to Barnes ourselves, but he's still being questioned. We need to ask Mr. Denis about the lock and the jewel case. Right, after we wrap up here, let's go ask him. He's right here. How's the investigation going, Tim? Oh, Mr. Denis. Sorry I couldn't stand just waiting around. Have you discovered anything? It does appear that the culprit used the storage room key to gain entry. We believe they then cut open the jewel case and took the Aurora drop. Is that so? I suppose that doesn't help Barnes much since he has access to the key. I have a question for you, Mr. Denis. Who has the key to the jewel case? I have it right here. I always carry the key to the jewel case on my person. I've known Barnes a very long time, but I still won't give him this key. Okay. The security of the jewel case is my personal responsibility. Got it. So both Barnes and Denis can access to the jewel storage room, but only Mr. Denis has access to the key of the jewel case itself. That's valuable information, Mr. Denis. Thank you. Really, I thought I might be getting in the way, but I'm glad to hear I could help. The Aurora drop is meant to become a symbol of revival for Rhyme City. Anyway, I'm counting on you, Tim. A symbol of revival? Let's ask Denis about that later. Next. Is Barnes the culprit? The police suspect Brandon Barnes to be the culprit. Begin interviewing the people and Pokemon in the mansion. The thief cut open the case to steal the jewel, but they had the key to get into the storage room. And the only people who have access to that key are Denis and Barnes. So it makes sense that police would suspect Barnes. If the key hadn't been used to unlock the storage room, Barnes wouldn't be under suspicion in the first place. Why would he do that, knowing people would suspect him? Maybe he didn't think that far ahead. In any case, based on what we found at the scene of the crime, we can't be certain of anything just yet. We need to talk to Barnes and the other people in the mansion and hear what they have to say. Not just the people of the Pokemon 2, I'll interpret for you when we talk to them. Alright, I'm counting on you, Pikachu. Okay, now that we've got our next steps figured out, let's start interviewing everyone right away. Begin deducing.
Okay.
Alright, we've got some useful information. Let's... actually... we don't have anything yet. Okay, so... I'm gonna end this episode here. But we got some interesting... We started a case. They access to the key. And sliced it open. So... the only two people we know right now are Barnes and Mr. Denis. We're gonna talk to more Pokemon. We're gonna talk to more people. More culprits. More people who could have done it. Obviously. People with a blue bird Pokemon. Prefer the bird Pokemon. People with a Whimsicott can be suspicious. Because they have been in here. But so far, with only the two characters we know, Mr. Denis, we can't put out this Mr. Denis. He might be doing like insurance fraud, whatever. Because he can access the key. He has a key to access his room. And he can maybe frame Barnes by cutting the things. To be like, oh, I'm the only one who has the key to this. So they would have to slice it open. And he has the key to theirs. He might be like, oh, Barnes is my childhood friend. I would never hurt him. But who knows if he would never hurt him. Maybe he wants to get rid of Barnes for one reason or another. But all that we will figure out next time when we talk to more Pokemon, talk to more people, possibly talk to Barnes as well, probably, because Brad will probably be done interrogating him now. So yeah, we'll see that tomorrow, Monday. We'll investigate the case more, and I hope to see you guys there. Bye.